at some point I need to do that DLC. But the Forgotten Twins are here, where we have 2 quests to deal with. Oh, I probably should have, while in Footfall, gone to the bar to see if I could have talked to the guy who gave me that quest to find the different caches. Let's make this unsafe and go here, and then hope from here we can find ways of warping to these 2 systems. Because I don't necessarily want to rush to either Kiava Gamma or up here to Dargonus. We'll get there eventually, but I kind of want to explore everything I can first before I rush the main quest. So let's make this unsafe. It'll cost us 2 of our 8 points. And then we can travel. No events on the way. Colony Genesis has begun a new stage of development. You don't say. Touched by Holiness. That was for Foulstone, actually. So we can do another project for Foulstone now. Unfortunately, the only one available is Indulgences, which would raise our profit factor and raise our relationship with Fellowship of the Void. Fine. As much as I think selling Indulgences is a weird and not good thing, why not? Selling the Forgiveness of the Ecclesiarchy can be a significant source of revenue. Sure. Go for it. Janus? Your Lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Janus. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among the population in remote agri-complexes. Aside from the obvious disfigurement of the subsequent estrangement, these mutants, called wretches by the rest of the colonists, are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving ritual worship of the land. While they display no disobedience or hostility, their very existence is concerning. The members of the Magus Biologists you tasked with healing Janus have found the mutation to be missing from the catalog and recommend studying it and eradicating it immediately afterwards. The Janus nobility humbly awaits your decision. What didn't we know about these wretches? Their mutations cause the loss of skin pigmentation and the shedding of hair. Some have started developing a translucent third eyelid, similar to that of reptiles. Others have succumbed to progressive atrophy of the larynx, causing the loss of human speech. At the same time, their tendons become denser and more elastic, providing increased endurance and load resistance. Okay, so they're probably going to give me a choice of leaving them or not, because making them have higher endurance and load resistance makes them potentially better workers. The wretches are commonly ostracized due to their grotesque appearance. There haven't been too many cases of mob justice yet, but they will become commonplace after the mutation's deformities become more obvious. The wretches tend to form groups with similarly afflicted people. Their average level of intellect is low. They all belong to the labor caste and communicate among themselves in a primitive vernacular of their own invention. As for their barbaric religion, they are deifying both the soil of Janus itself. Both the soil and Janus itself. To them, working in agri-complexes is a form of worship, which has had a positive impact on productivity. I mean, they are mutations on a planet that was starting to mutate because of cultist worship of Slaanesh. So, while we're trying to get the planet very much back on track, we're gonna get rid of weird mutants. Like, that's gotta happen. I'm not opposed to the Mechanicus studying them and then removing them, rather than just removing them. But, yeah. What do my advisors have to say? I saw your agent's pict recordings. The signs these monkey leave behind, they're idols. I cannot deny a connection though a pathetic and extremely abstract one, to the symbols of my people. The guttural prayers echo the sound of the children of Assyrian speech. The probability of them having come into such close contact with our civilization is non-existent, yet they are still somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them to distant abodes where they will not be harmed for their peculiarities, and keep watch. Someday the truth may be revealed. Aha. So they're mutating in a way that gives them knowledge of Eldari worship and Eldari speech. So if we want to find out more about it, we need to let them live. But I don't think humans becoming more Eldari is necessarily good for humans. But Irelet would like it. Apparently she wants to see where this ends up going. This was an Eldari world, and apparently it was a crafted world that has some sort of Eldari presence or power to shape and conform itself. Maybe it's now pushing its will on the humans. I don't know. Weird. The blessed sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, but nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should we sentence them without further study? There are mutants whose existence is fully sanctioned, such as the Ogrins, the Ratlings, Pariahs, Pelagers, Felinids, and Troths. Our library has many treatises on the Genitor's craft, and I could impart some of that knowledge to your servants. Purely theoretical, of course. This mutation has not been properly studied and is missing from the catalog. I am not registering a basis for delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation into the genetic makeup of this forbidden strain. So we've got one person saying resettle them. We've got one saying study. Take the required number of these wretches to study and let others work. Cassia, please share your knowledge of the Genitor's craft with my servants. And then one, take the required number of these wretches to be studied by the Adeptus Mechanicus, destroy the rest. So, we've got the option. So we no longer have the option of study and then destroy. Or no. That's what this one is. Study and destroy. We no longer have the option of just destroy. We've got resettle, study while letting them work. Or study and destroy. Do I think, given what we heard from Irelet, it doesn't seem like this is in any way related to Slaanesh. They are mutating because of the connection to the Eldari, not to the worship of Slaanesh that was on the planet. And so I'm not as concerned about this being chaosy in origin, which was my bigger fear. I'm curious about the study, but I think I'd rather, if we're going to study, leave that to, rather than just separating them and then we can choose to study them as we wish. I would rather get them studied by the Magos Biologists while they have additional information available about the Genitor's craft. Hey Aloy, welcome. If they need to be destroyed, we can destroy them later. Like if we find that there is chaos at work, we can deal with that. But I don't think we're at the point now where we need to destroy them if they can be classified as a sanctioned mutation. And to do that, we need to study them. I hope my house will not judge me for this. The wretches continue to toil arduously for the good of Janus. However, the leniency shown to the mutants may lead to dangerous consequences. Again, you can deal with it later. If they are a problem, we can destroy them later. At least in my mind. The Rogue Trader's servants graciously accepted information on the mysterious genitor arts from the Lady Navigator Cassia's own hand. They started an inquest to discover the nature of the mutant strain. The wretch's twisted flesh revealed its secret on the autopsy table. Okay, so we've got sophocracy, gained efficiency, gained provisions, all good stuff. What is our next project then? The only one that we can do is the Secret of the Winter Scales. Giants has to be completed before we can do that one. Giants? Huh. We don't seem to have that as an option. Chemicals, reputation, 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 reputation. So we can't do any of those until our reputation gets boosted. So, the Secret of the Winter Scales. Legend has it that House Winterscale holds the secret of gas factoriums, workshops in which tons of organic raw materials pass through fermentation vats, hot rollers, and pressure exhausts to yield valuable chemicals. This sacred technology could enable Janus to produce enormous volumes of promethium. However, only the most skillful and highest paid smugglers will be up to the task of stealing this treasure. Okay. So this would cost us provisions, and we have a required profit factor that we are barely past. But then we'd get a bunch of chemicals and promethium, and a new contract. Calicus Winterscale has found out that the secrets of gas factoriums has been stolen from him. However, he is willing to leave that unfortunate incident in the past, offering the prospect of much greater gains. He is now captivated by the idea of seizing House Corda's Nephium rigs on the frozen world of Lucian's Breath. For Caligos himself, it would appear the profit is a mere side benefit of the opportunity to massacre large numbers of House Corda's servants in planetary battles. He is offering to pay with the aforementioned priceless, flammable liquid in exchange for the fighting force he is desperately lacking. We don't have to take this contract. But basically, it's saying that if we do this, Winterscale will discover that we stole from them and be upset with us. But we could then do this contract to make Winterscale happy while upsetting Corda. Though we don't yet know that Corda would know we were guilty, but they probably would. And so we're just passing on our passing on the upset of Winterscale to upset Corda instead. We're gonna do it. Getting tons of chemicals and promethium is gonna be really good. And we don't have to do this, which means we won't upset Corda. Yeah, someone's getting mad regardless if I decide to do this project. But we're going to do it. So we're going to steal the secrets from Winterscale and start our own promethium factory. Alright, this is an uncharted system, so let's go in. We have a destroyed ship, and then 3 undiscovered planets. Let's check out the destroyed ship first. Just some basic loot. Okay. Begin scan. We have 4 xenotech. 4's not bad. And we've got 8 extractiums. So we'll put 1 there to get our 4 xenotech off this planet. What about you? Just some resources. Archaeotech mechanism fragment. A surviving piece of an archaeotech mechanism of unknown purpose discovered among the wreckage of an ancient Imperial vessel on one of the planets of the Cradle of Kepri. So it doesn't do anything. It's a piece of a larger mechanism. Are we going to find the other pieces? Maybe. Rogue traders can't open the journal while I'm here. Wanted to see what that had to say. Okay, here we are. The Rogue Trader's crew stumbled upon the plundered remains of an ancient Imperial vessel. An intricate component was discovered among the meager pickings that remained, and servants of the machine cult identified it as a piece of an archaeotech mechanism. Its purpose unknown, a remarkable find. Does that point me where else to go? Because rumors often do, but it seems no. Just at some point, maybe we'll find more of it. Ooh. Distress signal and promethium. 5 promethium. Well, I think I'll take the 5 promethium. We now have... how much promethium? Visions, people... 6 promethium. And soon we'll be getting a lot more from Janus. And then distress signal, which has us go down to the world. Do I want to mix up who we're bringing? No, I'm fine with this group. Pascal is powerful. I could bring him back. Here, let's nice too. Yeah, let's switch Pascal for Cabela. Pascal, I think... Cabela isn't as good unless we're just in a group of tons of weak enemies. I should switch out who I bring more often than I do, though. So, let's see what we find here. Alright, Pascal, let's level you up. Okay, damage over time. For the first time in combat, it goes up by 100%. I think his axe automatically does bleed, which is damage over time. So it would do double bleed, if I'm reading that correctly. Could be good as well. Didn't care for Bloody Trail. There are so many options. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with acute pain. Why not? At some point we need to read through all these and find out which ones I like the best. And then skills. What are we doing with you? Looks like logic, tech use, lore xenos were his best. We'll go with logic. Alright, there's your level up. Thought I saw something over there.
I won't tolerate...
Such a peaceful scene. The likes of which I haven't seen in a long time. No bright flashes, no riot of colors. Just pure white canvas.
Wow, now you've said that. I expect things to take a turn for the worse any minute now. Be on your guard.
Yeah. What do we have here? 2 skeletons are lying in strange positions, as if one was either carrying or hugging the other and did not let go even in death. Their gear is badly damaged and decayed. Let's carefully inspect their gear. There are 3 things worthy of note. Fragments of some sort of device that both skeletons carried on their belts, some shiny trinkets in the remains of the carried skeleton's bag, and an old portable cogitator in the other's bag. Examine the broken device. The pieces of broken tech suggest that this was a rudimentary radar jammer, an item commonly utilized by pirates in the Koronus Expanse. Okay, possibly pirates. Let's check out the trinkets. The trinkets are clearly of xenos origin. They are miscellaneous, time-worn items that have no particular value. One can assume they are petty trophies looted from several corpses. Pirates that looted xeno artifacts. Okay. Let's see what we can find from the cogitator. Tech use succeeded. The cogitator has been exposed to the elements for decades or even centuries. It is a small miracle that you're able to extract a fragment of a Vox recording, apparently the last communications. Scout 1, we're rich. Chaos, take me. Rich. They were worshippers of chaos. That's bad news. Look out. Fly, for crying out loud. Spit it out. What have you found? Scout 1, rich. Screw footfall. The Expanse can go to the orcs. We're out of here. Calixtus, here we come. Yeah, but with our record, Calixtus is definitely the place to go. What makes you think life's better out there anyway? I want a house on some planet, a mansion, with a lion statue at the entrance. It'll have a servitor with one job, dusting my lion statue. Fly, you idiot. You're still on a dangerous planet. Quit sending me your hollering. Get back here and just tell me what you've found already. Fly? Fly, you coming? I'm coming for you, dumbass. If you're not responding just to mess with me, you're dead meat. Well, seems like didn't make it. There's a ledge we can jump over there. Is that... Okay, that's another route we could have gone through. Let's check out the map. So we've got down here, or we could have gone over there. Where's this take me? Is it a dead end? No. Oh, that's the other side of this ledge we can jump across.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Except I don't see... Oh, that's... So that would have taken us here, and then we probably could have climbed down. Except there's no climb up option, so maybe not. Maybe we would have just been able to see this location.
The fall of Reichert Minoris is a blow to all of the Expanse. I imagine Winterscale will be enraged when he finds out.
I nurtured a spark of hope that Urak 5 could still be saved. But now my home is lost. Forever.
Yeah. Transmitter. Ancient remains. Lord Xenos. Interesting. Let's check out the transmitter. Oh no.
We need to
Run,
investigate.
fools, or fall!
Turrets. Level 3. Or rank 3. That are firing using some sort of heretical xeno weapon, it looks like. Yeah, this is bad news. And then suddenly there's traps all around us. They take Lord Xenos to disarm. How about that? Huh. So we've got what? 5 turrets? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 turrets. Well, I would like to get my ranged characters tucked away. Such good cover here. Right on that trap. Alright, Cassia, you go there. Argenta. That'd be great cover as well. Let's put you there. Then we can go here. Then as for our melee characters, there's no way to get there without running through a trap that I don't really want to run through. Although same with those. I think I'm gonna have to have Heinrich spend all of his turns just dealing with all the traps that are everywhere. Although Pascal also has Lord Xenos, right? We check. Yeah, Lord Xenos 75. You have only 60, actually. I thought Heinrichs would have the best. Either way, let's put Pascal here so that he can work on this trap. Heinrichs, I think we'll send you here to start moving towards these traps. Abelard can work on that one and then run over here to deal with that one, I guess. This isn't really a good position to be in. Alright, what are we gonna do about this? First, we'll do bring it down on Ignatius as always. Then we will light ourselves on fire.
Not a problem for me.
And then orchestrate flames.
All too easy.
Ooh. And we get another free turn. Because sometimes our psychic powers don't use up our AP, so we got a free AP. That's nice. I don't see the need to inflame right now, because it would just hurt myself.
Nothing I can't do.
I'll do run and gun. I think I'm fine with the cover I'm in, so I can hit some of the turrets. Not for a ton, all things considered. Maybe we'll go with you. Light you on fire. Only 9 burning as well. That is shockingly bad. They must have tons of armor. 55% deflection 6. That's part of our problem. Alright. Can you hit multiple of them with your... You can hit 2. Not a bad call. Doing 21 to 24 damage. I don't even know where I would put the front line here. Can you put front line over here? Yeah, she can. So that's where Abelard's going. So we'll say that's a front line.
Not a servitor.
Let's say our rear would either be best for Argenta or Ignatius. I'll give it to Argenta. We'll give Ignatius the back line for dodge bonuses.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. She still has 3 more AP. Those won't help. So I think we will use Lidless Stare. So we were able to hit 2 of the 3.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Good. 1 more AP. Let's give Voice of Command to Ignatius.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Boost his stats so he does more damage, and we'll call that the end of that turn. So you can now ignite on this one.
Already done.
We could orchestrate flames on them. I don't really have a lot of better choices, so I probably will. And then do an inflame.
Suits my purposes.
Make sure you stay burning. I can't do another orchestrate flames. Okay. And we'll just do inflame. I mean, they're getting down in health. I'm really worried when we get to their turn, though, to see how much damage they do. He is really out of options. Even though he has 2 more action points. That's a shame. Alright, Abelard. Can you run all the way up here? Is either of that going to count as stepping into the trap? I'm hoping not. Like, it looks to me like he's basically outside of it, but technically the trap is somewhat in those squares. So I'm not super confident how the game's going to rule that. Let's move you to here. And then from there you can charge. You can't charge here. Oh, that is cruel. You can just get adjacent. Alright, we'll just charge there anyway. Okay, did not count as stepping into the trap. You don't need parry or force distraction. I think we're going to go with... You've got 3 actions. Strike will be 1. So I could do reckless strike or sworn enemy. Probably endure in case it decides to fire at you. So we'll start there. So I don't know how well it shoots while in melee. We'll go with reckless attack.
It will be
Get
done.
a solid strike, please. 40 damage and lighting it on fire. Nice. Okay. Who did you shoot at? Dark Lance, Dark Blast. Hits cover instead of Pascal. Perfect. Considering he was just standing out in the open, that could have turned out very poorly. Deal with the trap.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
So now you could go to any of these to attack. I don't think we need to deal with that trap because, yeah. There is the idea of doing Machine Spirit Banishment. Because it should do more damage because they're machines. If the target is a mechanism or a machine, it suffers 50 shock damage instead its characteristics are reduced. If we go there, we can trigger a bunch of damage because it's already on fire. Which I like. Let's do that. So now if you hit... I don't think we can inflict bleeding onto a turret. 28 to 40 damage, and then it'll hit with multiple stacks of bleeding, which might just kill it.
Stand a chance.
Perfect. Inspect the wreckage. It's not saying it'll cost AP. Yeah, it is. It shows it down here. That it'll take... Is that -2 saying it takes 2? Or is that saying it'll take me down to -2 and so this just fails? Maybe we should save that for after the battle. Because I could just do 50 shock damage to something. Apparently 30. And that feels like it could be a better use of time than examining. But if examining gives me a clue to potentially take them out early, then I should do that instead, but I doubt it. Let's analyze enemies so we get more damage on it. Then machine spirit banishment. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it is 2 actions. That's what it's showing. Yikes. Pascal took some good hits there. Not ideal. Argenta. What can you do? Not a ton. You just don't do a ton of damage. If you switch to your bolter, is anything within range? Yeah, and you've got pretty good shot chances, although 1 to 3 damage is effectively nothing. Let's have you mark some of these as prey.
Is worthless.
So then have you pull out your sniper. Next attack will have additional damage and whatnot. Sounds pretty good.
I'll do it.
Then have you fire here. Run and gun. Then do another called shot. We could claim the bounty if we just did a basic attack. Nine to 14 versus 9 to 14. Well, that's an easy decision. Claim the bounty just to get a tiny bit more damage. Okay, we're going to call that good for your turn. Heinrichs. Can you go here and then disarm this trap for me?
The Inquisition taught me many things.
Okay, apparently you can disarm the trap from back here. I probably should have taken the time to look at all the things before interacting with that. Obviously, now let's cast warp speed on yourself.
Naturally.
Thought that would have given him more movement. Increases their movement points by 5. But he still only has 6, so I guess in future turns it will. Let's give you iron arm as well.
Object to it.
Don't need invigorate yet. Can you use this at a distance, or does it have to be on something near you? You can use it at a distance. It does basically no damage, though. Okay, we could do Word of the Emperor to give a bunch of bonuses to a bunch of us. Wouldn't be a bad call. Because it would apply to certainly the 3 of us, might even reach as far as Argenta, though I doubt it. I want Cassia. Yeah. Cassia and Argenta are just slightly too far apart. More resolve. I'm fine with putting that on us.
Let's see to it.
Increase deflection and armor. Not a bad call. I really wish I could get him over here. Oh, he is close enough there to disarm that trap. If I do that. Well, then go.
I need a foothold.
Please disarm this.
That was
There
a
you
trouble
go.
for you.
Can't charge anymore, which is minorly a shame, but it's fine. Do I want to endure or give us more armor and deflection? I think giving this to all of us is better.
I won't object to it.
Okay. Back to Cassia. Sadly, we have not yet gotten to finest hour. If she could destroy something, then maybe it would work. I doubt we can bring it down on Ignatius again. We can. I thought she could only use that once. Because he could then reburn things again. Which is probably a good call. Because it doesn't allow moving, it just gives action points. So let's give finest hour to Ignatius.
High momentum.
Ah, and that does give us our high momentum. So at the end of Ignatius' free turn, she can give Ignatius another free turn. You are too far. Which is odd because I definitely burned you before. Well, we could reset this one on fire again. Or we could burn this one again.
Nothing I can't do.
Let's relight you. Let's do inflame to get everything that's on fire hit again.
All too easy.
That one's down. That one's hurting. That one's still pretty good. That'll end our turn. Then Cassie will give us another turn.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Alright. I think I need to move forward because apparently I didn't have the range to hit some of these. Now I do. Not sure why that other turn my range was reduced. Do I want to stand out in the open? Not particularly. Am I going to, though? Let's go here, so at least I have cover from some of them. Let's ignite you.
Done.
There. Ignite you.
My purposes.
So we have 4 turrets left, yeah? Yeah. So let's just keep igniting the ones that are healthiest. 152, 152. You're nearly gone. So we'll
Not a
hit
problem
you.
for me.
Are we constantly just getting our AP back? Because it's still showing we've only used one.
Suits my
We're
purposes.
destroying the Veil in the local area. That's not ideal.
Already
Hit
done.
you for 118. So now you're down to 68, 106, 109.
All too easy.
There we go. And then we will do an Inflame. Oh, Inflame costs 0 AP, so we can just hit another Ignite on you, I suppose.
Not a problem for me.
We still got another free turn, so we'll do another Ignite. That feat that gave us our AP back on occasion is coming into play far more than it feels like it should.
Nothing I can't do.
There we go. We are now out of AP finally, so we will do an Inflame.
Suits my purposes. Shall survive.
One turret left. This one at 3 hit points. I can just finish it off. Perfect.
My time is now. Value has been lost.
That's fine, pseudonym. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I didn't realize we're already at 4 hours of streaming. So... which is usually where I stop. I was getting too excited and just kept going. Huh. Well, then maybe we will stop here. And next time we will actually do our looking around, looting, and figure out what's actually going on here. Leave this as a big mystery. Bit of a cliffhanger. So, yeah, I think that'll be the plan. So, yeah, we'll stop here, and I will see you guys next time when we dig into more of what's going on this strange ice world. See you then. Bye.